This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, good afternoon everyone. Shalom Aleichem, Bruchim Abam. This will be the final shir of Orchos Chaim before the Yom Tif of Pesach Haba Aleinu L'Taiva. We're going to do the Ois Tzadi. Ois Tzadi, the Rosh writes, Al Teref Yadcha Milavakesh Reim Va'ahuvim. Do not slacken your hands from seeking out friends, people who love you. Don't be weak in this. Strengthen yourself to seek friends. Don't think, oh, what do I need friends for? I'm good at the way I am. I don't need friends. No, do not slacken off in seeking friends. Don't slacken off in seeking people who love you. And even one enemy, that should not be small in your eyes. Even one enemy is a lot. Now, interesting, it doesn't say make sure you don't have one enemy. But don't underestimate one enemy, says the Rosh. So don't slacken off from seeking friends, from seeking people who love you, and do not underestimate one enemy. Now, says Rav Goldberg, the Rosh does not mean don't do things to cause people to hate you. Obviously, you shouldn't do that. What the Rosh means is sometimes it is worthwhile, and not sometimes, it is worthwhile to be mavatar, even if people don't act with you properly. Be moichel them, forgive them, so that you have friends and you have people who love you. That's what it means in Perkei Avos, kinei lecha chavar. Meaning, if you don't find people who are going to be your friends for nothing, buy them to get a good chavar, or persuade them. Don't be makbid on them. Be soivel them. Even if they say things against you, don't respond. Otherwise, you're going to lose the supporter. Why? People have different viewpoints, different perspectives. Mechasa pesha mevakish ahava. Somebody who covers over the injustices that others do to them, they will seek out, they will achieve love. This way, the ahava that people have for them will remain. However, v'shoina b'davar, if let's say somebody sins against you, and you say, oh, look what this person did to me, you're losing a friendship. Now, regarding this point of the importance of seeking out friends, it's interesting. Rabbeinu Yoina says friends are important for many things, for Torah, for advice. But Rav Goldberg brings from Rav Elia Lapian that because HaKadosh Baruch Hu is a kel emuna v'ein avel, Hashem acts in justice, and He doesn't do avlas to others. Therefore, it is important for a person to have many friends, because if a person has a lot of friends and God is considering, well, maybe I should punish so-and-so, and then Hashem says, well, maybe so-and-so is deserving of punishment, but his friends are not deserving of being punished, and therefore a person is protecting themselves by having the friendship of other people, because by doing so, they're sort of giving themselves security that Hashem won't be so quick to punish. Now, the Rosh says one should not slacken off from seeking friends and oyhavim. Oyhavim is an even closer level of friendship than Reim. Reim, Shlomo Melech says in Mishlei, Hoiker raglecha mi beis reyecha. But there's a higher madrega than that, and that is Reim ahuvim. And therefore it is important to seek not only friends, but dear friends. Now, the Rosh says it should not be little in your eyes, one enemy. Meaning, even if somebody sinned against you, he did something wrong, and you should be makbid on him, try to be mavatal the sinna, because it's not good even to have one enemy. The lashon of the Meiri is al yimatu be'einecha soine echad. It should not be small in your eyes one enemy. Va'al yirbu be'einecha elef oyavim. And 1,000 friends are not enough. The Rabbi Chaim Kanievsky, Zechazal Levrach, in his commentary to Orchos Chaim, Hassam Orchos, he brings the Mechilta that in Parshas Mishpatim that says, "Im kafafta es yitzrucha lasoy soinacha oyhavcha." If you try to overcome your yetzer, to make your enemy your friend, if you, so to speak, bite your tongue and go out of your way to make your enemy your friend, he says, I am confident that I will in fact make your enemy your friend. So from here we learn that a person should be mishtadel, to be koifa his yetzer, to make his enemy his friend. If you do that, Hashem will give you siyata d'shmaya that will happen. Interesting, the Sefer Charedim, Rav Goldberg quotes, on the Mishnah Perkei Avos, Hevi mitamidav shal Aharon, oyev shalom v'roidev shalom. What do you mean, Heve? Heve is speaking to people who make a mistake and they say, I can't be Michael Ploini who embarrassed me. I can't overcome my nature. I can't love the person. And Hillel is saying it's not true. But rather, you have the capacity to change your nature to a forgiving person. Like Chazal say, the wicked, they are in the control of their emotions. The righteous, their emotions are in their own control. And then the Sefer Charedim writes, what do you mean, mitamidav shal Aharon? He said, just like in this world, there are different yeshivas. There's the Meir Yeshiva, and there's Chaim Berlin, and there's Tarvadas, and there's Chafetz Chaim, and there's Ner Yisrael. In Gan Eden, there are different yeshivas. And in the yeshiva of Aharon, they were Oyev Shalom, Oyev Es Habriyos, and that's called Mesifta Dirachimta, the Mesifta of Ahava. Now, in the Perush Oirach Yesharim, he brings in the name of the Panovitcher, and Rabbi Yosef Shalom Kahanaman, that a person was created b'tselem like him, and if you hate someone that was created b'tselem like him, then it's like a chas v'shalom person hates HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Therefore, like the Psikta says, Kol misha soinei la'adam ki l'soinei l'misha amar v'haya olam. Therefore, you need to try to make it not to have even one enemy. However, that's in general affairs. But when it comes to spiritual matters, sometimes it's not within a person's capacity not to have an enemy. As the Gemara says in Ksubis, any rabbi that the people of the city love, it's because he's not doing his job. So, this is talking about on a personal level, not to have enemies. Bottom line is, the Rosh is teaching us, don't slacken off from seeking out friends, from seeking out people who love you. Don't underestimate the value of having people's friendship, and it should not be small in your eyes even to have one enemy. Okay, Marva Rabbi, this will be our last year before Pesach. I want to invite everyone, you could join us every morning at 9 a.m. Monday through Thursday for Mishnah Brura Yomi. We're in the middle of the Hakdama, the Mishnah Brura. It's on the same Zoom, 9 a.m., then it's recorded in Torah anytime. Be'ezus Hashem, you could join us Wednesday evening. We still have 2 more shiurim before Pesach. And wishing everyone a Chag Kosher V'Sameach. And we'll pick it up after Yom Tif, B'siyata D'Shmaya. Thanks to everyone for joining. Bracha v'atzlacha. Kol tov.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.